Clarington Greenhouse / Brooklyn Merchants connection here for the Bats with Mike Triolo, former Ontario player. Not sure if Triolo's here. We'll have to check that one out. Looks like he is, but Fernandez and Joel Watson between the pipes. Adam Perroni were in 33. Pretty good lineup for Rochester. They've really put a club together this year. There's Fernandez at the top, hands it off to Anthony Irizarry. Played for Puerto Rico last year at the World Field Lacrosse Championships. And Tyler Arnott just Sam Miller ran into two of his own players, just reverse course, made the pass ahead. Couldn't quite connect though. Irizarry will shovel it through. Ball picked up in the crease by Perroni. He's going to go for a run. Sees a lane and just keeps going. Now he tries to make the pass off. He does. He'll be dropped there by Mark Stanton. Left it for Tom Rabarich. And a shot on the run by Jeff Geddes. That one stopped by Newman. The drive changing course was Jordan Jarvis. He was on fire in the first game. That one's way wide on the rip by Cody LaForme. It's going to roll back, but it was touched. No, it was over and back. I was going to say they weren't blowing it down, but they were just waiting for Glasgow to play the ball. Rochester could have played advantage, could have gone and picked it up, but did not. They went for the change instead. Clay Arnold left it there for Kyle Rabarich. First penalty of the game. It's going to go to Tyler Arnott. 1 minute minor. And the power play for the Bats starting in the stick of Clay Arnold. His brother Croy Arnold wearing 87. Clay's wearing 78. Anthony Irizarry on the far side, but Arnold's going to take the rip. Stopped by Newman. Make the short handoff. Nice little move to get out of trouble there by Eric Whitmer. He's going to sprint up over center and leave it for Toporowski. Toporowski spins off a check, pulls it back out. Now the Bats have scored. I'm getting confused by the score clock because the Bats scored. The one is up on the guest side, but then the penalty is up on their side as well. I think that's just a mistake. Penalty's just put on the wrong side, so we'll move on from there. Rabarich. Oh, that one's picked off or almost so by Robert York. That shot's going to be a crease violation. And the penalty's over. We're 5 minutes in. Still just that 1-0 lead by Rochester. Roll pass up ahead all the way to Chris Foran. Scored a huge goal at a critical moment in the previous game for Glasgow as they won. Set themselves up. If they can get another one, they'll move on a pretty good lane, pretty good path towards the championship round. Picked up an outlet pass by John Brandt. Here comes Fernandez. He'll hand it off. Perroni staying for an offensive shift. He may be playing offense. A lot of guys who generally play D will step out and play some O at tournaments like this. There's Triolo, the big man, number 21, wearing his Rochester Nighthawks helmet. He'll be getting a brand new Halifax Thunderbirds helmet soon. His training camp's open in a couple weeks for the National Lacrosse League. Toporowski watched there by Stanton, and Toporowski will just run through that. So agile for a big fella. It's a little pick. Rips a sidearm. Beautiful shot. Nice pick by Jarvis to open up some room. And just a sidearm perfectly placed, just pinging it in off the inside of the post. Squeaks it past Joel Watson. All right, so it's all tied up at ones, and there's a chance for Jarvis. Steps around the defender. Great save by Watson. Jarvis is going to go for it. Swings out. He's going to shoot again. Nope. He's going to circle it. He's going to win 360 plus. 540. Gets it out to Cody Laforme. He'll fire one. That's blocked by the defender. Laforme follows the shot, but Watson's there. He's going to grab that loose ball. Makes the outlet pass. Brandt leaves it for Barich. Jeff Geddes has it. He rips one. It's wide. Newman was there to cover it. Rabarich heading low. We're getting down low on the shot clock. That touches off the goalie. It's a live ball for whoever can get it. Big battle. Great hustle by Tyler Arnott. Knocks the ball loose, but it's going to roll down to Watson. Pass through the middle. Triolo saved by the crossbar, actually. I think he got it over Newman. But the crossbar denies him. Ball is left by York just across center. Toporowski runs into the offensive zone. Really playing a D-transition role here in this game. Mostly forward in the first outing. Two defenders converge on Toporowski on the floor, and he's just going to go and bang somebody out of the way. That was Drew Candy that he knocked aside. And Candy's going to run him over. That's a loose ball foul on that one. Candy and Toporowski getting into it in front of the net a little bit. Toporowski will step out and set a pick. Laforme, hard pass across. They tried to get to Ferran on the crease, but that was a little spicy. Breakout for the Bats. Colton Armstrong pulls it in. Oh, nice foot save as Armstrong reached back to make a good catch. Now he's going to go and try the forecheck pressure. Knocks the ball loose. Good hustle by Armstrong. Again, wearing the Nighthawks helmet for the time being. Penalty called from well behind the play. It's going to be too many men on Rochester. Illegal substitution. So with 5.5 to go here in the first, it's 1-1 and a 1-minute penalty for the Bats. They'll be served by Captain Mike Cooper. Toporowski will start with the ball at the top. He's got Jarvis over in the lefty shooter spot. Keep an eye on him. Chris Sokolowski down low. Known more as a defender, but he's got some hands. Big whack by Armstrong. Oh, and there's the goal by Laforme. Clydesiders wanted a penalty, but they're going to be more than happy with the goal. They go up 2-1 on the bouncer by Laforme. Great shot, high to low. Finds a hole on Watson. They'll wipe out the penalty. Jordan Jarvis steps in to take the draw for the Clydesiders. He's up against John Brandt. Brandt pulls it back, and it will be Peroni coming away with the ball. The Bats wearing the brown with the purple shoulder caps and striped through the middle with the Rochester logo on the front of the chest there. Of course, the Clyde. Oh, there's a lane to the net opening up. Sokolowski had to race back. Battle along the boards for the loose ball. Shot clock's going to run out, but it's picked up there by Eric Ellis. He rumbles up the floor, hands it off to Jarvis. Big pick by Toporowski. Shot from the outside by Jarvis, turned aside. Watson knocked it down, but Jarvis gets it back. Jarvis gets one from the outside. Penalty coming now as Toporowski's helmet was taken off. Candy's going to go to the penalty box. He's no stranger to the sin bin. A very restrained complaint by Drew Candy, who just says, geez, I don't know about that. But it will be called, and Rochester will be shorthanded as Jarvis is going to start at the top. Sokolowski over on the shooter spot. Ty Hill is down low on the crease on the left side. LaForme's over on this side. Oh, there's Chris Foran. Chris Foran circling around and going down to the crease on the righty side. LaForme steps out, shoots belly pad. Sokolowski gets it back for a fresh 30, but loses it. Armstrong's got it. He's going to go for a run. Clydesiders have a man coming off the bench, but Armstrong gets the shots blocked. Nice job by Eric Whitmer to get in the way. Robert York gets it across center, hands it off to Foran. Toporowski starting to hit to the boards, heads to the net now, runs through. They're going to call him on the crease, and he wanted a holding call. Adam Peroni just got wrapped right around him. Armstrong, Toporowski watching, goes for the big helicopter cycle, but Armstrong gets towards the net. That one was blocked out front, never got to the goalie. Wouldn't be over and back, but it will be keeping the 30 ticking down. Back to even strength. Mark Stanton lobs it across to Fernandez. He gets a pick from Candy. The shot is blocked. Pops free, and the 30 will expire. LaForme will start with possession for Glasgow into the final minute 15 of the first half. I'm Steven Stamp. This is LAXNAI 2019. Whitmer with the pass off. Looks for the return pass. Wasn't there. Now he's going to get it down low, but it's a little hot for him coming off the boards. It was high in the first place. Toporowski collides with Armstrong. Armstrong smartly makes the short pass to Dennis Ramaker. He's stripped and doesn't see where the ball went. Whitmer's going to get out on him. That's an over and back. It'll be Glasgow possession. Whitmer, you can hear one of the Glasgow players saying, hold on, don't pick it up. You don't have to pick it up and get the shot clock started. They could have waited. They might have been able to wait for a few seconds. That would have given them the shot clock and game clock matching. Now there's about a 3-second difference. There's a chance saved by Watson. Snagged there by Croy Arnold. He's going for a run. They've got 11 to do something. Nice passing play, and the shot stopped by Newman. He's going to try and throw it up the floor. It'll just be swatted away smartly by Chris Foran. And we're going to go to the half with the score 2-1 in favor of the Glasgow Clydesiders. Quite a half of lacrosse. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the rest of this game. I'm Steven Stamp. This is the LAXNAI 2019. All right, lacrosse fans, we are back and ready to roll here at the LAXNAI 2019. I'm Steven Stamp. We are in gold group play between the Rochester Bats, who have 1 goal through the first half, and the Glasgow Clydesiders, who have 2. If Glasgow can hold on or extend that lead and get this win, they will win the pool, as they'll have gone a perfect 2-0. It is tight, though. Rochester trying to push. Of course, the Bats will have another game later this evening. They're going to face going through my sheets here. They have quite a break, actually, Rochester, before they play again. They may be playing over at the arena. Oh, and there it is, a tie game as Mike Triolo steps in. Yeah, the Bats playing over at the other rink. Triolo with the goal. Oh, maybe it wasn't Triolo. Sorry, my bad. That was. Yeah, it was Triolo. They said 27. Rochester with the win off the faceoff. Ball controlled by Chris Shevins. He'll hand it off. Peroni down to Triolo, who just scored. He's going to try and bull his way in. Steps back, shoots. Stopped by Nolan Clayton. Coming in for the second half. Looks like Clydesiders going to alternate goalies. Nice pass ahead. Toporowski. Twister. Stopped by Watson, who very calmly watches as Colton Armstrong pick up the rebound, loose ball, and head up the floor. Here's Rabarich. Leaves it there for Armstrong. He's going to run around the top. Pass back to Rabarich. Bouncer goes a bit wide. He's going to go over and back. Yeah, Armstrong can't stop it. The shot clock was going to expire anyway, so it didn't really matter. The only thing you would have done is fling it down into the corner, force the Clydesiders to run it up the floor. Toporowski watched closely by Peroni and passes it off into the corner. Jarvis, it's a double pick. Try and open Jarvis up. They go to the back door to forehand. Toporowski can't handle that low pass. It's just bouncing around. Delayed penalty coming to Rochester, so 6 attackers out for the Clyde. Laforme rips one. Where's the ball? I think it's still in the gear. Caught up in the glove of Joel Watson. It's going to be Peroni going for a minute for illegal cross-check. We're 3 minutes into the second half. 2 15-minute running time halves for most of this tournament. Toporowski spinning under the check from Armstrong, gives it off to Jarvis. Down low. Diving shoot, saved by Watson. And then crease violation. Armstrong has really established himself. That Halifax Thunderbirds roster hands it off to Triolo. He's going to go for a trot. Wrap check attempt by Tyler Arnott. Hard pass, a little too hard maybe for Kyle Rabarich. That's going to be a reset though, and Anthony Irizarry is going to get a fresh 30 for the Bats. That shot got a little steep on the bouncer, up out of play, but that will take care of the penalty. Peroni is released from the box, heads into the offensive zone. Sorry, the defensive zone, going the other way. Both goalies wearing very similar jerseys as Clayton and Newman from Glasgow wearing the purple with the yellow trim, and then Joel Watson wearing his old Rochester Bats purple jersey. So they look very similar, can kind of throw you a bit. The runners, of course, wearing the brown with the purple, and here is running Croy Arnold to head to Peroni. Oh, it goes across the top of the crease, got a shot off, but just a little wide. Up out of play, it's going to be Glasgow possession. Sokolowski starts with it. Sokolowski staying up for no, he's going to D. Leaves it for Jarvis. Makes the change. The form has come out. That shot blocked. I think it was the face of Doogie Van Arnhem to stop that one. Toporowski, Van Arnhem's opposite number 23, goes for the dunk. That was close, but not in. I think Toporowski's saying it was in. Hard to say. It's hard to think that it would have come out the way it did if it had actually been in the net, but sure looked like it was going in. Loose ball push on Rochester. And it'll be possession for Glasgow. LaForme. Watched by Van Arnhem, who's looking for his help. They pass it across. Here's Jarvis spinning off a check. Gets a bit of a pick. Rolling out there is another pick from York. They're just going to send Toporowski to the net. Dives and gets a shot off the foot of Watson. Candy picks up Toporowski, now goes past him. There's the pick. That's quite a battle to watch. Toporowski and Candy. Big physical check by Ramaker. I think it sounded like just somebody from one of the benches counting down the 30. As it was showing more time on the clock, I think they'd missed it, or they'd accidentally reset. That one comes wide. It's going to be tracked down by Rabarich. That's Tom. He just rips one from the outside with about 8 on the shot clock. And Clayton had no trouble with that shot. Pass ahead to Cody LaForme. He can't get it, but Jarvis will go after it. Gets away from him, too. Oh, almost back in. Very close. Kyle Rabarich just managed to stay barely outside. Sorry, that's John Brandt that picked that one up. Here's Irizarry. Triolo sees a lane, stopped by Clayton. Throws that shoulder up. Triolo gets it back, goes to Irizarry. Ellis fell. Another big save by Clayton. Eric Whitmer off to the races, pulls up, sees the double team, spins back away. Doesn't have any help. Now Ferran is there, but 3 bats around him. Whitmer's just battling away. Big hit by Ferran. But it's absorbed and used to his benefit. Nice job there. That was Jeff Geddes getting out of trouble. Sokolowski tries to get it ahead to Jarvis. That's over the top of him. Bounces off the bottom of the boards and up and out. 2-2, 6:45 to play. Bats and Clydesiders. Quite a battle here. I'm Steven Stamp. This is LAXNAI 2019. Thanks for being with us here on Lacrosse-TV. Triolo. Kind of stripped by Sam Miller. Almost like it just popped out of his stick. Glasgow trying to call a timeout. Whitmer was yelling timeout, but didn't get the call, and Rochester will take over possession. Pass through, gets away from Ramaker. Whitmer, who had to call timeout, had to get some players echoing it. About 7 or 8 times he yelled it before he finally got the call. But the 30 seconds still up on the shot clock. We'll see if they get the full 30, because the time was ticking down, but he was trying to get the timeout called. So they're going to put 27 on the shot clock. And Brian Whitmer is pointing out to Dave Hallett saying, hey, I was yelling for the timeout as soon as we got the ball. In fact, I was yelling on the previous possession. I don't think he's happy. It's only 3 seconds, but still, he held timeout a lot in those 3 seconds. Toporowski starts with it. Candy watching him. Boy, that's been a good battle. I'm having fun watching these guys go to it. Candy, the longtime pro and senior player. Sokolovsky to forehand. That one's picked off clean. Nobody's going to catch Croy Arnold as he comes in alone. Scores. Drifts one past Nolan Clayton. And a little celebration up against the boards. Terrific play by Arnold to just pick it off and go the length of the floor. It's a 3-2 lead. John Brandt up against Cody LaForme for this faceoff. We're down to 5:10 to go. Brandt's going to go and track that ball down. Figured this would be a very good group, and it sure has been. The other game in this, the other team, Mega Sharks. I think they will see a little more from them in the next game when they play Rochester as they start to pull together a bit more. Ball's knocked loose by Irizarry. Kicked ahead. Heads up play, and Jarvis is going to track it down. Nice job there by Eric Whitmer. To just kick it ahead to his teammate, and forehand takes this pass. Toporowski ducks underneath, goes to the net, tries a little twister. Shot a little bit early trying to deceive Watson, and then they go for the backdoor attempt. It's just missed by Jarvis. Toporowski taps into the corner, and 30 is going to expire, though. They missed the net on both the shot attempts. Ball pass ahead by Shevins. Here's a drive to the net. Nice save by Clayton off of Mike Triolo. He'll just drop the ball after the crease violation. 3:45 to go for the Clydesiders to try to get back into this one. Well, they're not out of it. It's only a goal down. Sokolovsky. There's the give. He's going to cut through the middle. Big pick with the hip. The shot around it by Jarvis. Then it's grabbed. Nice rebound by Ty Hill. Didn't have much angle on that shot, and Watson makes a pretty easy save. Peroni on the run. He is flying up the floor. Left it for Armstrong. It was just a bit behind him. He's on his offside. We'll get it across to Rabarich. Over to his brother Tom. Underhand shot, scores. Rabarich on what didn't look like much of a play developing. Just gets the ball, runs across the top, a little sidearm, and just finds a hole. So 2.5 to go. It's a 2-goal game. Nice play by Brandt to tap it ahead. Gets it to Triolo. He's got Armstrong with him. Sees who he's got. Backs way over to Irizarry. Nicely backed up there by Ramaker. He was heading to the bench but stopped to get that ball contained. Pass it down. Triolo to the net. Bounces one. 5-hole save by Clayton. Sokolovsky looking for his outlet opportunities. Gets across center just in time. Leaves it for Toporowski. Down to Jarvis. Ducks underneath the defender. Backdoor sidearm attempt by LaForme. Just a little bit of it from Watson. Just enough. The outlet pass. That's going to be cut off by Eric Ellis. Picks it up and turns the corner. Nice wheels by Ellis. Boy, he moves well for a big fella. Pass it back to Toporowski. Speaking of moving well for a big fella. Little pick by Ellis. Pass across. Quick shot by Jarvis. But Candy's there to block that one. Just resets himself and ready. Oh, what a shot. Toporowski. Sidearm around the screen. Perfectly placed. It's 4-2, 1 goal, or 4-3. Becomes a 1-goal game with 1:11 to play in the second half. Face-off violation, and the Bats are going to get possession. LaForme motioned to the bench, but now he's going to have to stay out. Can't get a defender. Peroni hands it off. We're coming into the final minute right now of this 4-3 game. Sidestep Geddes runs into some space. Wisely heads to the corner, hands it off to Fernandez. Backdoor pass. Peroni pulls it out. 7 on the shot clock. He's going to try and get one on. Does he have somebody there? Oh, far side. That quick shot by Geddes was stopped. Whitmer to Hopper. All the way down the floor to Ty Hill. Toporowski. Didn't see the trail check coming from Armstrong, but fought it off anyway. Gets the shot and was flattened by Drew Candy. Ball gets up out of play. He wants a call. I think that was a clean hit. Candy hit him in the side, just on the run, and the Bats will take a timeout with 24.2 seconds to play. So the Bats just want to run a play. They can kill the final 24.2 seconds. And you hear Mike Triolo telling Adam Peroni to have him and Armstrong back. So they've got their fast, good hands guys. Now, interesting to see with the 1-goal deficit, does Nolan Clayton go back on the floor, or do the Clydesiders opt to just pressure with 6? They're going to put Clayton back in. Now Sokolowski and Toporowski up in the offensive zone to pressure the ball as Armstrong will start with it. Peroni there to help him. Joel Watson is kind of the X factor here, the goalie for Rochester, because he can step out and set a pick. Everyone else is just picking up their men, and they'll try and play the tightest defense they can. And Armstrong just runs away from Sokolowski, and he does that to a lot of people. Takes off down the floor, lobs it back out. Peroni wisely waits for it. Got some pressure from Ferran, but he's able to hold on to it. 10 seconds left. Changes directions. Heads behind the net. Pass to Fernandez doesn't get through. The first 25 seconds of that were pretty much textbook, killing that final possession. And then the clock will run out on a very close game, a 4-3 win. The Rochester Bats over the Glasgow Clydesiders. What a game. I am Steven Stamp. This is the 2019 LAXNAI. Go to LAXNAI.com. Or LAXNAI2019.com, I believe it is, to check out all the information. And we'll be back.